and the ancestors are looking out for us.
Todd Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young.
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young.
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown lesson.
Young TV.
I think the reality of it is it's a lot of stuff that people committed. All of this, you know, they've ruined this, my father's life, our father's life for 21 going on 22 years. You get what I'm saying, with their lives. So, you know, to see all those recanted statements and, like I said, clear his name in the public, you know what I'm saying, stop these people from, you know, going around character assassinating him. And you got proof. That's why I gave y'all the proof. Here's the proof. You know, we can't keep talking about it. We got to start showing these people what it is. I put out there the proof that, you know, the York family had a trust, that my father left his kids a trust, and our aunt was the one that dismantled the trust. The same woman that is running the organization now, Waukee, Dale Brown, same person. She dismantled our trust and started selling our properties, Started selling.
I ain't never trust Waukee. I just felt the energy around her when I first met her. I never trusted her.
Yo, you don't remember when I was living in Bushwick, I was going back and forth to court with these people? You don't remember
that shit?
Of course,
yeah. Nigga, I was there that whole time when they tried to boom you, nigga.
Yo.
You know what else I wanted to ask you, kid? The name Powell on that deed. Is it Solomon Powell, moms?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
I didn't, but you notice I was being mindful about saying certain things. I was letting people say it. Notice something about me. I let other people figure it out.
His mom's got land.
Exactly. Now you see his connection, right?
That's why he moved like that.
Exactly. Now you see it.
Okay, so that might be why he still fuck with Jacob. Remember, I said, why do some of Pop's sons
that's exactly
still
why,
fuck with Nikki and Jacob?
Yes.
Exactly why, bro.
Yep. I just don't, you know, and you ain't notice how many times me and him keep getting into altercations? Y'all ain't noticing that?
Hey, look, remember, they tried to set me up. Eli York did a pool party, right? And they tried to set me up. This was July of 2022, July 4th. And I don't think Eli knew about the setup, okay? Because I told Eli, I said, yo, I'll come to the pool party, but Otmos can't be there. You know, these niggas getting wrong with me, and I'm not like that. I'm like that. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. There ain't no internet shit. I'm not going to be trying to hear it, right? He said, no, it ain't going to be no Otmos. It's just me, some of the sisters, da-da-da-da. Come chill, Faye. I said, bet. I get there. Sal York is there, right? Actually, I think I might have known Sal York was going to be there. I ain't had no problem with him. Because when they did the big phone call, they were like, yo, somebody mentioned Sal name, Solomon name, and was like, yo, get Sal in here. Right, and nobody knew how to contact him. I said, I got him. I went to go get Sal to call him into the room. He never said nothing slick about Dr. York in that room.
I said, you remember that time with you and that situation with you and Ish, how Ish just walled out of nowhere when you brought me there?
Yeah, fact.
You know,
fact.
You know why? Because back then I was telling him about himself. I did research on even some of my brothers too, you know. I did research on a lot of people. I just sat back and ain't say nothing. That's why a lot of niggas don't like me, because I
Yo,
did research on them,
yo,
told them I got shit on them.
you have to pay attention to like none of his older kids are doing anything to fight. It's just the younger generations. His older kid, like
Yeah,
the
because
Ishes, the
a
Shires.
lot of his older kids was the ones that did a lot of the shit that he's sitting in jail for. He really tried to protect his own kids, but instead that shit had affected him. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
People
this
like
is the second time.
Jacob,
This
people
is
like
I need you to go
people
in on
like
that.
Jacob,
Uh huh.
yeah,
Now I was
people
just saying
like
I need you to go
Jacob,
in on that
you
because
know,
this is the second time I'm
what
hearing you say that.
what about his kids? Yeah,
I
people
need you to
like
really speak
Jacob.
on that because listen, I know you, you'll speak on something, but you know what I mean. You don't
No,
really.
I don't
I
speak
need you
on
to go
people
in on
moms.
it. Like this
I
is
don't
that
speak on
time.
Yo,
I don't speak on people
elaborate
moms.
on
I
it.
try to be respectful on that level. You
Yeah,
know what
we
I'm
gotta
saying? I
stop
try not to speak
respecting
on
niggas
people
that ain't being
moms.
respectful. We can't
Huh?
respect people that ain't. We can't respect people that's not being respectful.
I
So if niggas
understand
name
that.
gotta be, if niggas gotta get exposed and niggas gotta put niggas name on blast, we gonna have to do that. But we need you to elaborate on what you saying
So
though.
so for example, Jacob is a child molester. Jacob has been sodomizing boys since the Ansar law community. There's people out there. I have documents from people that said they've been sodomized by him. You know what I'm saying? Solomon, he was doing all kinds of weird shit with Nikki Lopez on the land. She was the one that technically broke his virginity. Cause I'm gonna say it like that because he was a child. He was young and she was an adult and she was having sex with a child this was happening on the land. Pops knew that if you look at how about this, if you pay attention to some of your nieces and you start looking at their age and you start looking at their mother's age, a lot of their mothers was underage, even down to my sister Leah. Her daughter, she had her daughter at the age of 16. She was pregnant at 15 by a 40-year-old man. She ran away off the land. She ran away off the land with this pedophile. You get what I'm saying? So all of these people had their hands in this. Your brother, pay attention to everybody named Ninty. But this is interesting. I thought it was real interesting how mostly all of them got the same name too. And these kids were all conceived out of pedophilia.
But Jacob York, he called him Yaqub Muhammad, all right,
Mm-hmm.
and Yaqub Johnson. He said that's the true molester, right? But he didn't say molester alone. He said the truth about the true molesters is going to come out.
I got a
He
whole
said,
affidavit from somebody who spoke about his experience and everything. I just don't. That person asked me not to put too much of their information out, so I got to figure out how to do that without, you know what I'm
I mean, it's
saying?
on a no name basis. That's simple. It's just the name isn't indicated.
I be having proof of all this shit. I just, sometimes this shit sickens me to my stomach. And
Yeah.
then on top of that, I've been doing it for so long, and then people, trying to label me crazy and all of that stuff because of it. It just, it makes you go in and out when you realize, people try to, shut you up. After a while, you just, you try to, whatever. Yeah, and I feel bad because, this shit is real. Like, this shit is real. Even somebody else, I heard he was molesting some kid in the land. I mean, in Bushwick, that was supposedly handicapped or something, and they found like somebody actually seen him doing it. Like they caught him doing it, and that's why he got kicked out of that's why he got kicked out of the mosque. I even have old messages. It's ridiculous how much shit I have on this.
He
But
said it
this
on
the
he said
reason
it
why
on a
my
phone.
family
Yeah,
don't fuck with
yeah.
me.
He said it on a phone call. Interestingly enough, how y'all are saying y'all witnessed or heard Sal York say he'll shoot Pops in the face, right? Because I told you again, they tried to set me up at that pool party, right? And something was telling me just go ahead and leave. It was gonna be Sal York. He was walking around with his red bag. All right, he had his gun on him. I had my gun on me. Atmos said we can get the guns involved and everything. Atmos almost said something. His little body didn't have no gun. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't had no gun. Cause nigga ain't gonna say we can get the guns involved. Like you gotta go get some shit I got on me, right? It was Sal York when I said, all right, stay right there. I said, y'all niggas stay right there. Now, if I'm saying y'all niggas stay right there, he ain't by him damn self. You know what I mean? I said, all right, y'all niggas stay right there. I got on the phone. I walked off from there. I said, I got on the phone. Sal York was like, what that supposed to mean? I said, nigga, you know what the fuck that supposed to mean, right? And Sal was the one. I already knew it was about to go down. Some said, leave. It's going to be blood. You know what I mean? And I already know how my mind works. They said, leave. It's going to be blood, right? I called up that phone call, and it was till later. Sal York approached me at one of Ish York's events, one of the family days. He approached me and was like, yo, I didn't know that Bodie was your father. All right, because it had to have been Marlon and Ramez, all right, who told him, yo, that's Bodie's son, because they were out there.
That shit is
Okay?
hilarious because ain't none of them niggas gangsters. Like ain't none of them
Right, they
on some.
bunch of
Ain't
right.
none
I
of
was
them
about to
big
say a
blood.
bunch of
Like
yellow
them niggas
backs,
ain't.
boy.
They didn't live that
They
lifestyle. They
sure
was on the
don't.
like. Come on, son. Y'all can't be
They
fooled. Them niggas
they
is, ain't live that lifestyle, bro. Them niggas ain't no gang banging. Ain't no. They ain't never do no time like. Come on, son. That shit is cat.
and
Yeah, righteous. What I'm saying, look,
and remember he was supposed to do time a couple times,
and he did it.
and that nigga also got out a
Yeah,
couple times. So it was
I
questioned like, yo, how you
I
get
know
out?
people. I got people that say that boy ratted on paper.
Yeah,
Like nigga, you know what I'm
facts,
saying? So all that tough
facts.
shit, all
Let me
that
tell you.
gangster shit, corny.
Let me tell
That
y'all
shit, we
something.
don't believe
The
none of that.
first time when I went on Moorish World TV, when I went on Moorish World TV and started talking about this, my phone was blowing
Mm.
up. And I mean, they knew first of all, they knew I wasn't answering none of their calls. I mean, almost every older sibling was calling my phone, right? And I thought that shit was weird. I was like, y'all niggas don't even like me. You know what I'm saying? Then look, you know who they used to call me? They used Best to call me. And of course I'm gonna pick up the phone for Best. I pick up the phone for Best. I'm on like a try call. It's like everybody on the phone.
Mm.
I said, yo, what the hell is this shit? And they all yelling, mad at me. Don't do this, don't do this. And I just kindly hung the fuck up. Like, fuck y'all.
Yeah, look,
Like,
here
I
go
don't
how this
care.
worked, right? They didn't want you to have a voice, Uma.
At all.
Facts,
Oh no,
Right?
they
facts.
tried to trust me. They tried to shut me up. They wanted me to be on drugs. They were
For
supplying me
years.
fucking alcohol, drugs, everything. Trust me, they wanted to make sure I was
Nah,
they
they've been
wanted
trying
to
to
make sure
sabotage
I
on
was
for
not
years.
sound right mind
I'm
or
talking
nothing.
about.
Cause when I was younger, trust me, when I was younger and I was living in Bushwick, and I even said it to my brother, I said, yo, rather than you making sure that I go to school and get a degree or even just get a good job, you knew my name wasn't in the system, you knew I couldn't get regular jobs. I said, instead, you taking me to parties. I said, you giving me weed, buying me alcohol, and I'm underage. I'm 16, and y'all doing some like, it was wild. Like I had to ask them this when I got older. I was like, yo, why would y'all try to do that to me? And then I look at my older sister, and they did that shit to my older sister. They shut her up. You know what I'm
Yeah, they
saying?
was trying to.
And
Who you
she
talking
was
about?
a
Who you talking
prime
about?
example.
Which one you talking about?
She was a prime example to me of what I didn't, and no offense to her,
Which
of
sister you
what I
talking
did
about?
not
Okay.
want to become. Huh?
Which sister you talking about?
Best.
Huh? Oh,
Best.
okay. Yeah.
Well,
She
that's the
was a
thing.
prime example
They
of,
know it's
I love Bessima, and you know what I'm saying? It was just when I seen how much they would just supply her with poison, they would get, like, you see your sister suffering, but you only give her enough money to last her tomorrow type shit, so she'll
Yo,
call you back. I paid attention to shit like that. That shit used to bother me,
they've been
yo.
against you. They've been against you from
Oh no, I
since the
know.
beginning. You know what I'm
I
saying? Even
know.
when I first came to Atlanta, everybody used to tell me like try to throw salt on your name to try to keep me away from you. Like basically don't fuck with her, you don't trust her, she call police.
I already know.
Everything.
Yup, I sure was. I was calling right on their ass.
Niggas used to go
Yeah, that's the same shit they. That's the same shit they told me.
they
They
try to
sent me
convince
threats
me
and
that she
shit
was
for
crazy,
random
she was
shit.
all this.
Yeah,
And I just always you already know what it is, but yeah.
Yeah, but I
the same
mean, hey, it
shit,
don't
man.
matter
I
to
got
me
fucking
none.
threats.
Shit, I know I'm not crazy. Cause I know what I saw. I know what's going on. Come on, man. I used to be on the land. I ain't never see my pops do this weird ass shit these people talking about. I was like, this shit didn't even make sense. This man sit there and do books all day. If he's not doing books all day, he doing lectures all day. It's times that he stood up on podium teaching classes for hours and then go home and pass out. You're gonna tell me that even if y'all saying he molested children, who the hell was watching? You're gonna tell me all, because there was women around him at all times. I mean, you couldn't These women were like peeled on the damn screen to his house. That's how obsessive these women were of him. He couldn't get away from these people. And not for nothing, that shit with Yadalahi, when Yadalahi got killed, I thought it was strange that he got killed in Brownsville Projects, and our brother Ish was living in Brownsville Projects during that time. So how the hell you ain't
They
know
don't take it.
your brother somewhere getting killed in the same damn projects that you live in, where you know everybody in them damn projects? Make that shit make sense. Come on, man. It's a lot of weird fishy ass shit that I've been paying attention to in this fucked up family. And that's why reunions, no congregations, no nothing. And y'all see, if I come around, I'm super strapped, got G.I. Joe with me and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing because I don't trust them niggas. And
Yeah,
none of them niggas.
I've been stopped going to any type
None
of
of
events or any type
them
of
niggas.
gathering.
I don't
Niggas
trust
can't
them.
even. Yeah, hell no.
Yo, Pop was saying this crazy, all this shit coming around. Listen, I deal with what Pop say.
Yeah,
Okay,
he was assassinated because of jealousy, and it was done 9 out of 10 times by his own family.
Look, Pop was saying this. He said, look at how he said, you saw how Jacob was around Yadalahi, and I think the brother named Ayub, your brother, right?
Ayub.
Yeah, Ayub. He said, look at how Jacob was around right before both of those deaths happened. He's like, yo, he said, if that ain't the devil, he said, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? So Pop was even explaining that those things were setups. You know what I'm saying?
It was, man. I was like, I'm telling you. And then he was the first person that called Pops before anybody else identified the body. Ish was the first person that called. I was in the house.
Ish was at the scene?
Bruh, Ish, I don't know if he was at the scene, but he was the first person that called and said that Yadulahi passed.
Crazy.
He was the first person. And remember, these people, everybody wanted to be that air. Everybody wanted that position. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's gonna be the next one. Everybody wanted that, but it wasn't for them. Some people wasn't ready to teach our people. These people was street niggas. You know what I'm saying? Why would you put your son who's Lord? Yeah. And you seen they seen how close they played my ass, right? Them Ish used to play me tight. You don't remember that? Cause they knew they all know I know. They all know I know the truth. They all know. They tried to get rid of me. I was in fucking foster care. These people tried to get rid of me when I was young because they knew I knew what was going on from then.
You feel like Ish is a part of the problem, or like?
Yeah, definitely. They the ones parading around. Look at all the people that got access to Pops the way they got access to him. It's entrapment. They're entrapping him. They're keeping him in jail on purpose. And I've been saying that for a long time. Even Waukee. Pops told me to go to Waukee to have communication that way because he don't want to keep communicating with me through the actual court or through the actual people. He's like, go that way, and she keeps sidetracking. Every time I go over there, it's like, oh, what about me? I'm like, if you stop drinking and taking medication, maybe you stop falling down the stairs. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to make it about you, because I'm not here for you. I'm not. I'm here for my Pops, and that's it. I don't give a rat's ass about none of these other people at all. They don't give me no reason to care about them. I watch what you did to your own family. To me, you'll do even worse to me. Y'all tried to have me killed and think I didn't know y'all tried to have me killed. I was taking y'all to court over all of this fraud y'all was committing. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, Polite come out the woodwork trying to shoot my ass in the head and missed. Remember, he shot Hemdy.
Who was him?
That Hemdi is Bessima's brother.
They hit him.
He's our step brother.
They tried
to kill my ass, and look, and let me tell you who else had something to do with it. You know who was the person who called me downstairs? Your sister ML.
ML?
Yup. And let me tell you something. Remember, look, who she started dating afterwards? Polite. So then on top of that, look, his mom was also a person that committed fraud on those documents. Pops gave her 7-Eleven, but she insisted on wanting the children's house. 717 is the children's house. Those people that are in 717, they're squatting. They do not belong in our house. That house belongs to his children. Majority
What?
of
It's
his
still people
children,
there?
huh? Yeah, them people still squatting on that property. That whole community, none of them people supposed to be there. Only people supposed to be there is his kid. Those properties belong to his kids. His kids should have never suffered, should have never been in the street. And I told y'all that. I've been saying that to y'all back then. I said, I even said, yo, we need to go to court. All of us that support this shit need to go to court. And
Facts.
unfortunately, I thought my older brothers and sisters would be supportive, but they weren't. All these people got their hands in some way of destroying our community. All of them. And I mean destroying our community by the mass, whether it's putting out lyrics of people that sabotage the minds of young girls, or selling drugs for the Hong Kong man. You get what I'm saying? These people all got their hands in on doing something and destroying our community. Simple as that. I don't blame y'all because y'all were in survival mode. Y'all seen I was still in survival mode. I was just fighting and in survival mode at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I just, like, even though them people tried to off me, my ass made sure I stayed there no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I just tried my best until, you know, it got to the point where it was extremely toxic. I was pregnant and these people was trying to kill me while I was pregnant.
Yo, what was
You
Brother
know?
Polite's position? Listen, I know what was Brother Polite thinking that time, because I want you to go in on that also.
So his real name is Michael J. Noor.
Yep. No.
That's
Yep.
his name is Michael J. Noor, or they say Novak, but that shit wasn't
Know
what
it.
the judge stated when I was taking his ass to court.
Mm-hmm.
They was saying Noah like Noah's Ark,
Yeah.
Noah.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he first came over there, this man was some regular old degular ass nigga that was selling drugs. I caught him selling drugs in the building. It was crack pipes on the floor. It was all kinds of shit. I was like, they was literally cooking crack in our house. And I was like, what the fuck is going on in here? So I was kicking them off the property. I called police, like, get these niggas off the property. Sakina was the one that kept letting these people back on the property. This Patricia Lewis, the same person that's stealing Pop's property, you know what I'm saying? They was the person that kept letting them back on the property. And I'm like, why y'all keep letting this man back on the property? They let him in the store after the shooting, after what I thought was extremely suspect. After that shooting happened, my uncle and them, they took this nigga in. He was working in my uncle's store on Utica Avenue. Then they
Which
the ones
uncle?
that plugged.
Is it Obar?
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
uncle?
Uncle Obar. Yeah, my
Mm.
Uncle Obar. They the ones that helped build this guy, gave him the books and all of that, taught him what to do. Basically, they coerced him to be who he became. You get what I'm saying? And then they was paying Cyanetta to put these people on TV. Cyanetta is on payroll. These people pay and I know this for a fact because even when you look at the video that I did on Morrisville, I spoke about even Simon Templar. Simon Templar, who went up there talking about, oh, hi, Niecy. Hi. He tried to play it cool, like, oh, this is my niece, my god niece. I said, so why would you let these people try to kill me? And why would you give somebody
Mute the mic. Mute
a
the mic.
platform that tried to kill me? Like, if I'm so much of your favorite niece and all this bullshit, they full of shit, yo. These people, I've been watching this stuff for years, man. But like, oh God, I just been sitting back. It's only but so much you could do when you by yourself, and then you got kids to protect. I had my son, you know, when that shooting happened, my son was in the house. My son was like 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? That, and on top of being pregnant, just didn't help. You know, it was too much. You know what I'm saying? It was too much. I was going through a lot.
So look, here's what I'm asking. Why did Brother Polite try to kill you?
He tried to kill me because I was taking them to court over the fraud. I was taking my aunt to court over the fraud that they was doing against my father's property.
And what was Brother Polite's hand in the fraud?
I mean, they obviously paid him to be a part of this. He was some regular nigga from off the street. So they basically built this man. They made him who he was. That you know, that polite that everybody was following and stuff like that. They built this man. This man was nothing. He was some regular old hood rat nigga. No offense, you know what I'm saying, to people on the streets, but you know what I'm saying, he was some nigga selling drugs. They ain't had nothing going for himself. They gave him something. They promised him, yo, we'll make you famous. We'll give you bread. And then look at him. He turned around and end up in jail. You know what I'm saying? They built this man. I watched them build this man. I watched them. So, and 9 out of 10 times, they probably promised him a house. Notice that nigga was doing real estate fraud.
Yep, lanes and all that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Notice
so
he
this
was
this
doing real
okay, so
estate
then we
fraud.
starting to see a commonality
Yeah, it's
of all of the people that I done called
niggas
out.
is land grabbing.
So question, all right, this person's been a plant, all right, possibly a federal collaborator.
Yes.
Okay. There are people in your family that are probably high-ranked federal agents.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Question, where did Marshall come from?
Who?
Young Pharaoh. Where did he come from?
I don't know who the hell that dude is. I don't know where he come from. I don't know who he is. I don't know anything about this dude. I know he follows me on Facebook. That's it. Other than that, I don't know that dude from nowhere, from not a can of paint. I ain't never seen him around the land. I ain't never seen him.
Did you ever mention something
Lawton.
about him being in Brooklyn with Sakina reading the books?
You said what?
Did you ever mention anything about him being in Brooklyn with Sakina reading the books?
No, I never seen that man unless he looked different. I never seen that man. Okay. No, I know there was a dude named Water that used to be with Polite, and he also right now is somebody that's slowly growing or developing followers now. Which of course, you know, people just be following people just to fucking follow people now. That's what I realized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know. And this dude he was in cahoots with Polite. He's a dark-skinned brother, got big lips. I don't know, he be calling himself Carefree or something now. Yeah, he be doing these little rap videos and stuff. That dude, he's another one that is in 9 out of 10 times another plant. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that's being implanted in this community. Like even not for nothing, that dude Lifeway is looking like a plant. He's a plant. Because he don't have that dude is a plant. I don't care what nobody say. When you start to pay attention to his characteristics and mannerism, don't know nothing about the land, you popping up out the woodwork, you know what I'm saying? And then the first thing you do is start slandering people that speaking the truth. No, you're a fucking plant. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, because he came at me just for speaking the truth. And I'm like, dude, I don't even know you from a can of paint, bro.
What was the
like
truth?
At all.
What was the truth that you spoke?
I was talking about my father being you know, set up. This was on Facebook. And I was talking about how what they trying to do is they trying to implant these people as, you know, to try to take over all of the work that these people put in. He got mad because I was like, yo, why don't you let Dr. Sebi kids be Dr. Sebi? Don't go around talking about I'm the young Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi got children. I watch y'all people do the same shit to my family where they're like, oh, this one's a York and that one's a York and this one's a York, and these niggas ain't even nowhere near related to us. They don't even know the right knowledge, right wisdom, or understanding. They don't know shit about that stuff. But y'all gonna put them out there on front line like, oh, those his children. I watch the way they do this shit. This is it's a way of COINTELPRO. They place people there so that they could destroy the minds of our people in different levels. You know what I'm saying? And so what he teaching about herbs. So is Dr. Sebi's children, who actually have the actual cures and stuff to diseases that their father was talking about when he was assassinated in Honduras. You get what I'm saying? So people, and Dr. Sebi was somebody that was a part of our organization as well. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, Dr. Sebi was somebody that was in our organization. So I'm seeing the little things that's been happening, and I've watched this for years. People forget I'm a lot older than I look. You know what I'm saying? So I sat back watching this stuff, and every time I said something, you know, I had to move, or I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to get up and make big moves to protect my children and protect myself, you know? I made sure that I gave y'all the copy of the recanted signatures with all of that's why I gave it to y'all. I said, y'all have the bigger audience, okay? Please clear my father's name. You get what I'm saying? Because y'all see it was already televised in newspapers and everything, and they ignored that shit. You get what I'm saying? So please, that's why I said what I said. Please clear my father's name. My father don't need to be in there like that, huh?
you know what it just me thinking, listening to everything you're saying. To me, it sounds like everyone, as far as our siblings, you know what I'm saying? The all of the older ones, the majority of them, they all conspired. Like this was strategically planned
It
for a
was
minute.
yes.
Like
Yes.
they was planning this out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's what
like
I see.
it's crazy how some of those siblings don't fuck with each other, but to us it don't seem like they fuck with each other, but they
But
really
they
fuck with each
do.
other.
Yes, but
For
they do
example,
fuck with each other. Yeah, I peeped that too.
like Ish
Mhm.
Ish and Jacob, for
They'll
example,
say
they
they don't
act like they don't fuck
fuck
with
with
each
each
other,
other, but they fuck
but
with
I
each other.
think they fuck with each other.
Yeah, they
You see what
fuck
I'm
with
saying?
No,
each other.
that's my thing is
And
they
others
do,
too.
and I
They
didn't
do. They fuck
understand
with each
that.
other.
I didn't understand
How
why Ish was so
about
close
this?
with
How
all of the.
about this? You know that picture? Y'all know that picture that they got a Puff Daddy laying on the bed, and I believe Cassie is there. That picture was a long picture. It wasn't just a short picture. There's also a picture of Jacob laying in the bed with Ish
Yeah,
together with girls.
yeah, and there was
That picture,
a white
that
lady. I
picture,
remember seeing that as a child.
that
It was a white
picture.
lady in the center,
There we
some
there we
white
go.
lady,
There we go.
and
Now
Wow,
it
let's
was
connect.
Ish
Now
and it
let's
was
connect
Jacob.
the dots.
these niggas dirty.
Let's connect the
Yeah, that's
dots.
what I'm telling
Connect
you.
the dots.
Listen,
Make
what
it
I'm
make
saying.
sense.
Listen, these dots. Again, people
Connect
don't
the
know who I
dots.
am and how much. Even as I'm, look, the lights just was flickering as I'm saying this, right? People don't know who I am, how long I've been around. Okay, my Umi also. So I remember being 7 years old, 8 years old, looking at them images, studying. I studied nuwabianfacts.com as a child. I was looking at all the making telegraph things, all the pictures and images going over and over and over and over again. And I knew who Ish was before I met him, right? So when I saw this, I wondered, say, why is he so close with all of these people who conspired against his father?
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. This series is to be continued. The voice of Uma York. Now we're running a 10K fundraiser for the master teacher. We're trying to raise $10,000 by June 26th, which is the master teacher's birthday. Right? If you want to help us out on that, what you would do is you would cash out Uma, the master teacher's daughter, right? At Uma's York LLC, right? Keep in mind, we working to get the master teacher out, and we need a couple funds to make a couple plays, right? On getting certain things pushed through and moved around, and certain travel expenses to go and get certain things filed. So if you want to help us out and you got love for the master teacher, man, show us some love. Also, as well, if you want to get some exchange for your donation, what you would do is go to Google, type in www.umayork.com, and go check out Uma's clothing line. She have a clothing line called Royalty Clothings by Uma York, right? She got a lot of fly stuff on there. She got shoes, hats, shirts, lingerie and things for the women. She got women and men's clothes, women and men's shoes. She got a lot of variety of things to pick from, stimulating around our ancient comedic side. So she got some fly shit. You're gonna be see Young Elder rocking some of this shit here soon, right? So you want to go check her out, like I said, at www.umayork.com. And like I said, we're going to have the links and everything in the descriptions to our Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and the clothing line. Plus, we also going to have the Cash App in the descriptions. So if you want to get at us and show us some love on the fundraiser, or you want to go and cop some of the hot drip, right? Show us some love. Peace. Wadu.